Okay guys, wind's still blowing today, pretty bad as usual out of the west, but it did warm up enough I won't be out here freezing to death. So today we're going to try out this bug sauce. I hope you can. All right, let's get this thing started here. I'm going to start by checking the torque on the lug nuts. So we'll be using torque wrench and our good Tecton lug nut kit. This thing works out great. So I know we got 7/8 lug nuts, and if you can see this, 21 millimeter on one side and 7/8 on the other. So I know these are 7/8, so I'll be using that with the little extension that comes with it. And next we'll be setting up the torque wrench. All right, so now that we got our socket squared away, I'll be using our torque wrench here. So just get this lined up, get it snapped on, and now we'll be setting the torque settings. So now I'm going to set my torque wrench. Now I know these are 150 foot-pounds according to Morride. So that's what I'm going to set my torque wrench to. So there's 125. There's 150. All right. Now we just start torquing. It's important that you only use one click. That's good. If you do more than one click, you may over torque. You should move. And that's all there is to it. Be sure to set this back to 0 once you are done, and you're going to store your torque wrench. All right, I want to make clarification just to make sure I'm not misunderstood. What I'm doing today is checking the torque to make sure that, you know, I don't have any loose lug nuts. If I had the wheel off and was torquing, you know, reinstalling the new wheel, you know, I would have torqued the lug nuts in a sequence. All right, so that's in a star pattern. So that's a very important distinction. And the reason that lug torque is so important, especially on a trailer, the wheel's different than on your passenger car. Well, it mounts different, or, you know, on your tow vehicle. So on your tow vehicle, almost all wheels today on an automobile they're hub-centric wheels. Okay, that means that the wheel is centered on the hub. The hub does the centering. On most RVs, or most trailers for that matter, they're lug-centric. That means they're centered, the wheel's centered on the hub with the lug nuts. So here's the difference. So this is the lug nut like my truck uses with stock wheels on it. You can see there that that's flat. Has no taper on it. This is the style lug nut that the trailer uses. As you can see, it has a conical shape to it, and that's what centers the lug nut, or the wheel. So that's the big difference there, and that's why torque on your camper is very important. So because if that thing is not centered when they got tightened down or wasn't torqued correctly, once one starts backing off, that can lead to the rest of them backing off. So that's a hot tip for the day. Okay, now we'll move on to checking the tire pressure. So I want to bring this to your attention. See all the time people saying, what, tire pressure should I run? If you have the stock tires on your RV, if you come over here, they'll tell you what tires. Tire pressure is 110 psi, right there. If you don't have stock tires on your RV, you want to check the sidewall of the tire. All right, so here we are. These aren't the stock tires. So I'm gonna look at the sidewall, and it says for max load 110 psi cold. So that's what I want to fill them to. So I'll get my tire pressure gauge here, and you can see I'm about 102 psi there. So need to take them up about 8 pounds. And there we go, guys. You can see it's right on 110 psi. Now I'll get the rest of these done and I'll be right back. All right, crew, before anyone comes at me with the air pressure, I'm going to give you my reasoning on why I've run them at max psi according to the sidewall, is because I have no way to actually weigh all 4 corners there. So that'd be the only true way to go by what weights on the each corner. So, and then adjust air pressure to that. I just adjust them to max, and that way I know I'm in good shape. All right, so the next thing we're going to tackle here is our landing gear. This is what I'm going to use to spray the landing gear down with, and our leveling system. They've been down all winter, so I'm going to get them cleaned up and lubed up, and this is what we're going to use. I'm going to spray that down, spray up around the seals and the gears, and wipe them down with a clean cloth. All right, guys, here we go. Just lube these down good. Take my clean cloth, just go around them. And that is pretty much it. Only 5 more to go. All right, guys, I got up here to the front landing gear, and look what I discovered. I got a leak on this right front jack. So do a little investigating here. So it is coming from the top part of it. So this just goes to show it pays off to inspect your RV. So this will be something I have to get taken care of sooner rather than later. Okay, crew, next thing we're going to do is get underneath and grease up our independent suspension. I usually just put a couple shots in there because we have more ride do maintenance on it, so it should be in pretty good shape. So let's get under there and I'll show you how we do this. Okay guys, I got underneath here and I hope you can see this all right. So I just wipe off the grease zerk, and there's only one on each independent suspension component, and that's this trunnion right here. So got that wiped down. I can feel it going in. A couple shots. You should be good to go. Now I'll just do the other 3 and we'll be ready to roll. Okay crew, last thing we're going to try to attempt to do today, if the weather would cooperate with me, is going to start washing this RV. I'm going to show you what I use. Normally I just use this garage. It does a pretty good job. I just spray it on there with the foam sprayer, and then take a soft brush and agitate a little bit and then hose it off, you know, normal, just like a car wash. But I got this stuff I want to try called bug sauce. Okay guys, wind's still blowing today, pretty bad as usual out of the west, but it did warm up enough I won't be out here freezing to death. So today we're going to try out this bug sauce. I hope you can see that there, and then I'll let you know how it goes. Alright guys, so I got the front of the RV dropped as far as I can, and I got the truck backed up to it. The directions said put this on the dry surface, so I decided I wasn't going to wash it first. So let's see how this goes here. Oh, I guess I better turn it on, huh? Said to put that on, let it set for a couple seconds, or a couple minutes, sorry, and then hit it with a soft brush. So that's what I'm going to do. Well, it looks like it's doing a pretty good job. Alright guys, oh that was a good one there. let that dry and see how it turns out. All right, folks. So I am pretty happy with that. So put a comment down below and let me know what you think. We'll go ahead and foam this up and get this front cap finished. Alright guys, I'll let that dry out and we'll see how it did. Okay guys, I got it finished up and here's how it come out. So I think it did a pretty good job, especially as windy as it was out here. Okay, crew. So that's it for this adventure here. What a pain with this wind blowing, but for you guys, I got it done. And I'm happy I got it taken care of too. So I'll finish that up with some Aero 303 and wipe it down good. Whew. I am winded, folks. All right, guys, we really appreciate you watching. I hope you learned something and really enjoy being able to share these videos with you, and because I learned from the community as well, and I appreciate that. So take a minute to like and subscribe, ring that bell, and check us out on our Facebook page. We really appreciate it. Till next time, God bless, safe travels. See ya.